Happy Friday, everybody. This is Clutch Crypto with Trading Bros and Coffee, your favorite crypto trading show. I'm here all by myself today. Unfortunately, B. Wellington couldn't make it with us, but I do want to get the news out to you guys. I do want to get the information out to you guys, and I want us to continue to do what we do. So, as you can see, we already have the ETH USD chart up here on the daily. We like to look at this one, especially on the larger time frame, because we do have the 800 EMA that is showed up. So as you can see, we are having a really nice W formation that is working its way to play out. However, this 1281 has yet to be broken, folks. This could be a trap. We need to pay really close attention because we need to get movement out of there. Definitely to get some confirmation that we are truly heading up to the upside, and then at this point wasn't a trap. When we slide down to the lower levels, we'll swing down to the 4 hour. As you can see, we're hanging around the daily open right now, and we are starting to head back to the downside. So it does look like we could get some momentum down here back to the 1140 range where we do have the current 50 EMA. So do pay close attention to that. We'll also have some other things here on the show shortly to get you guys some more information on price direction. There's a vector to be recovered here at 1186. We got another vector at 1093. And we have another vector down here at 1020. So we had 3 vectors to get recovered. And then, of course, we got this nice juicy guy right down here at 913 with a vector candle. So guys, be very cautious today and going into the weekend. There's definitely some opportunities for some shorts if they want to go that direction, because these vectors will get recovered at some point. It's a matter of, are they going to do it now or not? Yesterday, they weren't worried about trapping longs because we kept moving up and up and up yesterday, which was a good sign. However, we got longs trapped right here at 1275, which is right below 1281, where they previously trapped a whole bunch of other longs. We got shorts down here trapped at 1,000. Likely some more shorts trapped here at 1073. So those are kind of key areas. If we get down into that area, are they going to let the shorts go? If they start breaking down in those areas, guys, keep in mind they're not looking to trap shorts any longer. They're trapping those longs. So really keep a good eye on what's going to be forming today. As you can see, this is the 1 hour. We're sitting right here on the 50 EMA. We have the 800 EMA above us. We got the 200 EMA below us. So it's really a really mixed bag as far as which way we're going. When you're looking at the hourly here, we're going to slide down to the 15-minute time frame. As you can see, we just broke a new lower low. So us breaking down there, I expect us to get to 1182 and even maybe down here to 1146, but it does look like we're going to the downside. New York opened about 20 minutes ago with a nice little stop hunt up into this area around 1219, and as you can see, we are starting to head to the downside now. So based on what we're looking at here, as we're getting down into lower time frames, it definitely does look like we are headed to the downside today. Now, points of where we're heading, we'll have some more information for you here in just a few minutes on Bookmap as far as long-term liquidity and chart volume profile, etc. But definitely expect us to get down here into the 1188 range, which we are approaching right now. Let's swing over here to let's check out open interest. As you can see, open interest is starting to get a little bit of a decline here from around the 5 billion that we were at just earlier. It's starting to come down into the $4.8 billion. So we're seeing a small overall decrease for open interest. As far as funding rates go, as you can see, we do have kind of a mixed bag, but these are still pretty flat. So I'm actually really anticipating that we're just going to really there's no real clear direction here as far as funding rates are showing. Futures were negative when we opened this morning, and I do apologize for being a little late. I had a few technical difficulties on getting the show up and running, but as you can see, we are still negative as the futures go. And then we are let's go swing over here and check out the economic calendar. And let's see here. It's on here somewhere. Somewhere in here. U.S. economic calendar. There we go. Friday, my favorite day. As you can see, payrolls, non-farm payrolls came in slightly under. Unemployment rate came in as expected. Average hourly earnings actually slightly less than anticipated. Labor force participation range right around what they were expecting. We have wholesale inventory revision coming out here at 10 a.m. and then consumer credit, which I'm going to be really interested to see what this is, especially if it's a really high number because, as you know, everything's getting a little bit more expensive and the risk of borrowing more money is much more expensive to borrow. So I'm going to be really interested to see what comes out here at 3 o'clock, which will be at the market close. So really not just a whole lot of information left to come out today, but that's what we have. And then Monday is definitely going to be a big day. We had 3-year inflation expectations. Tuesday, not much news on Tuesday at all. And then consumer price index, core CPI. Wednesday next week, July 13th, is going to be a really big day for news as well. Let's slide over here and look and see what we have on High Block Capital, one of our favorite charts. This is the E chart. We're still sitting at $7.7 billion on positive on the cumulative liquidation delta. Let's do a little zoom in here to see if we have a lot of the green dots and a lot of longs still trying to participate and getting on board. As you can see, this was a short movement. This was a short movement. This side to the downside may just be some things to take out some of these longs that jumped on board. And then if we rerun this real quick to get another big overall picture here. Sorry, it takes a minute. We got one really big long liquidation that's excess of $80 million still to get recovered, and that guy's right down there at 1139. So guys, that's also in that one of those areas, those key areas that we talked about, that's probably not going to release any shorts that are trapped down there, but we definitely I do expect that we might get down into that range. This is also going to be kind of a critical area. If we get down past 1114 and even get below 1086, definitely expect some continuation movement to the downside down into that 900 area that we were talking about. However, if we do come back up and we break that 1284 area, guys, we break that, there's definitely going to be some serious volatility and some serious movement to the upside. Is that something they want to do today? I'm not sure. But that's the real key area for a breakout, and that's going to be the confirmation that we are definitely going to be on a little bull run here. How long will that last? That's left to be determined. But we break that, we are definitely going to see some movement to the upside, and it's going to happen pretty quick. So guys, you guys that are bullish, definitely be paying attention to that breakout. But please, this is not financial advice, but strictly my recommendation. Do wait for that confirmation so that way you don't get stuck in a trade. This is Bookmap, and as you can see, we got longs jumping on board right up here, 1203. This is all stuff that's just happened here recently. Longs jumping on board here, 1203. 1230. We got longs jumping on 1215. We just had our last set of longs jump in at 1221. So we got longs trapped up here, and as you guys can see, we are on our way down. We're down around the trading around 1200 right now. A lot of longs showed up here, so we should get a little bit of movement to the upside. Will we start cycling through this volume profile here? That's left to be determined. We need to get up to about 1216. If we can get up to that range, I definitely see us heading back up to 1232, which will be retesting this VWAP. And then at that point, these longs may be starting to get untrapped. So do pay attention to that key area if we make it up here. However, we may only make it back up here to about 1212, about halfway up the start volume profile. So pay attention to what happens around 1212. If we start getting some pullback around 1212. However, if we don't start getting pullback around that area, go ahead and expect prices to get up into this 1232 range, because normally if we get halfway through these chart volume profiles, there's a good chance that we will continue to go ahead and cycle all the way through it. Long-term liquidity, this is something that we really use to help gauge what we're looking at here. As you can see here, I was kind of hopeful that we would get to 1300 yesterday. That's where I had a stop for one of my long orders that I did have placed. We didn't quite get up there. We came up and tested the 1250 and then even got a little wick, I think, up into the 1270s. But that's about as far as we made it. But as you can see, we are favored right now on the order book to the downside. We're much heavier on the downside action than we are the upside action. However, we do have an area around 1275, 1300 to pay attention to. There is some long-term liquidity up there. However, if you zoom out even further to get a big picture, overall picture, you can see prior to New York Open, we were sitting with some nice long-term liquidity down here. But now we're just sitting here roughly around 800. So you can see these are a cluster of orders. We have a cluster of orders of 1,000. We got about 5,000 orders at 1,000. We have roughly 57 at 900 and about 73 at 800. So the overall trend based on liquidity at this point, guys, is we still are headed potentially to the downside. And the major confirmation to the upside is if we break that peak that's sitting up there at 1283. So guys, I do realize that's a $100 move to see if we're going to get some confirmation. But as mentioned before, it looks like we're starting to move down to the downside right now. A lot of shorts are starting to jump on board though, so we could see a reversal come inbound. Kind of depends on if they want to keep taking and really just gut these longs that are trapped. And I would say the fact that we've already come down, roughly about $60, that they're really wanting to get all these longs off of the ship before they start driving prices higher. How far are they going to go with these prices to the downside? Well, guys, like I mentioned, when we start getting into that 1080 area and whatnot, for what we saw on the chart profile right here, which I can, we'll go back over here. Let's look at the 1 hour. So we have, this is 992. The big area that we want to see, we want to try to find some support right here around 1160. We break below that, which we do have vectors to recover right here. Right here, and right here. So these 1187, that's very likely to get touched here. We are closing below, we just closed below the 50 EMA, which is a good sign of continuation to the downside. We may find some support and kind of bounce and range off of this 200, which is down in around the 1140 area. And then I really think what I really think is going to happen is we're just going to see a choppy day because try to get what they're trying to do is shake out these longs that are going on board, I do think they are favoring higher prices. But right now, they gotta do what they do, and and just shake everyone out before they really get some movements to the upside or the downside, because their goal is to take your money. Our goal is help you to keep your money and make more money. So that's what we're here to do. That's what we love to do, and those are the key areas that we really need to pay attention to. Like I mentioned, again, we need a confirmation at 1282 for a breakout, and if not, if we break below that 1073, go ahead and expect some lower prices. And we break below 1050 right here, I would definitely expect us to start seeing some prices down here into the 900s and maybe even possibly the high 800s again. We only have a regular 2-day weekend coming up, but after 3 o'clock, from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock Friday, mark your price. And then let's take a look at it Sunday around 6 o'clock prior to the new day open in Australia. See if there's an opportunity for a CME gap, either regression or progression, upside, downside, and see if we have an opportunity for a really good trade there. I love trading CME gap over the weekend if there is opportunity. So that's all we have for today. And those are the key areas of support to pay attention to. And let's just take a real quick look at Bookmap one more time before we get out of here. As you can see, we did come down, and we are starting to have a little bit of some momentum to the upside. This was a nice volume candle right here that the short was absorbed on. So again, we get back up into this 1210 area, 1215 area. Do expect us to make our way back up to 1230. We'll be bouncing off the VWAP around that time, and that will that will kind of help give you some direction. And if we break out at 1230, I would expect that we're probably going to get back and retest that 1270, 1282 area again. Again, this is just kind of a deal of what happens once this happens. If then what? We love you, all you guys that are tuning into the show. And I'll tell you what, guys, you